Batman vs. Two-Face is the third and sadly, almost certainly last movie to be based on the 1960s Batman TV show. Of course, there was the live-action film that was released between the first two seasons of Batman, and a few years prior, we got the first animated feature, The Return of the Caped Crusaders, which was pretty damn great. Batman vs. Two-Face was announced almost immediately after the previous film, and for a while I thought it wasn't coming out, but thankfully we did get the film. Unfortunately, with Adam West's passing, it's highly unlikely that the series will continue, as it just wouldn't be right, in my opinion, to try to replace him. While Caped Crusaders was a loving tribute to the show, basically doing what they probably would have done back then had they had the means to do so, Batman vs. Two-Face takes it in an entirely new direction. That's not to say that it's unlike the show completely, but this one definitely feels different. Firstly, I should mention the major thing here. Caped Crusaders stuck completely to characters that had appeared on the TV show, with major players being Batman, Robin, Alfred, Gordon and O'Hara, Catwoman, Joker, Riddler, and Penguin. This time, however, we're getting into new territory, as Two-Face is one of only a few major Batman villains that didn't actually appear on the show. We also get Harley Quinn in an extremely minor role, and Victor Strange. All of the characters from the previous film appear as well, though Joker, Riddler, and Penguin are much smaller roles. The cast also returns, with Adam West as Batman, Burt Ward as Robin, and Julie Newmar as Catwoman, and another smaller role is even played by Lee Merriweather. Lee Merriweather actually played Catwoman in the first Batman movie, only then for Julie Newmar to return to the show and then eventually be replaced by Eartha Kitt. Two-Face is voiced masterfully by William Shatner and is even drawn to look like Shatner did in 1966, which is a nice touch. The movie starts out with Batman and Robin alongside Gotham City DA Harvey Dent overseeing an experiment by Hugo Strange, who has built a machine that can extract all the evil out of a person. They use it on Joker, Riddler, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, and Egghead, though their evil overloads the machine and causes it to explode, which turns Harvey into Two-Face. Two-Face goes on a crime spree, creating what's basically many unseen episodes of the show that are seen in the opening montage, but is finally put away by Batman and Robin and then rehabilitated and restored to his former self via plastic surgery. However, when a crime spree led by King Tut creates many clues that seem to lead to Two-Face still existing, Robin feels like Dent is back to his old ways, while Batman, who maintains a friendship with Harvey as Bruce Wayne, refuses to believe that Harvey has gone back to his old ways. And the movie even hints that Harvey and Two-Face may have even become two separate people. The standout performance here is William Shatner as Two-Face. He gives a very different performance, like two different performances for when he speaks as Harvey and when he speaks as Two-Face. And that's kind of ironic because the whole two thing, and he puts a lot of nuance into it, although the issue is that although part of Batman's charm is how the original actors played everything completely straight on a backdrop of the show being absolutely ridiculous, I think that Shatner does too good of a job here. I mean, he almost seems like he should be playing Two-Face in a serious Batman movie, not a continuation of the campy classic TV show. The movie is also less funny than the first one, as it takes itself more seriously. While Return of the Caped Crusaders was made by people who loved the show, they understood the show, and they were able to poke fun at the show in the same way that the show had already poked fun at itself, Batman vs. Two-Face seems to be two-faced. Yeah, I went there. About half the scenes fit perfectly in the correct mold, giving us gleefully ridiculous dance scenes, fight numbers, dialogue, double and triple entendres, but the other half are more serious to a fault. The action set pieces lack the last film's charm and ingenuity, although the animation is still absolutely superb, and interjecting all the emotion into Two-Face, it's a fantastic idea, but it's a fantastic idea for a different movie. It looks like, in this case, the Batman trilogy here, the middle one is the best. The first Batman movie was great. It was hilarious. It was a bit too long, though. There was some drag in the middle. This one seems like it isn't sure what it is, while Caped Crusaders was just as good as it gets for movies based on the Batman show. But that's not to say that this is bad. It's actually really good. I liked it throughout, even when it was trying to be something else. And it ends with a bit of sadness as we see the dedication to Adam West, knowing that this is the last one. But they didn't do too badly at all for a final send-off. Maybe they just tried too hard to make it different. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I recommend it for fans of the show with the caveat that it's a lesser version of Return of the Caped Crusaders.